Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Noodles at Noon, the show that focuses on things that are not worth focusing on. I am your host, who will never return to Las Vegas willingly in his life. It is I, Ben, and we are joined, as always, by our co-host, who is a man who wants to live in Vegas for the rest of his life. It is Noah.
That's me. I'm going to cash out my Dogecoin winnings and become a Vegas regular. That's my goal in life.
A pro gambler. And we are joined by our special guest, who is a man who prefers to do his gambling in Reno. It is Michael.
That's right. They used to call me the Slumdog Millionaire. What does that mean? Does that mean something bad?
No, I think you're good.
Googling
it's
now.
Mostly an endearing term, I feel. I mean, it's a movie.
Well.
It's about a guy who from India, I believe, who went on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
And he won,
Okay.
right? He
he
knew
won.
all the answers because of his life experiences or something.
Yeah.
It's
It's a good thing, Michael.
Okay, I can't find a definition, so we'll just rock with it.
But how much
You're also
money?
the person who thinks like Joe Dirt is a horrible movie. It's not that bad.
Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Okay, well, I'm sorry.
But how much money did Ken Jennings win on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? That's the question.
100,000.
$0.
All right, Ben gets a point. Ben, you win the first game of the day.
Fine.
Woo! Welcome back. We got derailed so quickly in this episode. Welcome back to Noodles at Noon. Thank you so much for joining us. We are Ben, Michael, and Noah. We are so happy to have you here, and I'm so happy that all three of us are back together, as it should be, after I have returned from my week off. Thank you so much to Daniel for having a completely controversy-free episode last week.
Controversy.
I'm sure none of that is going to reemerge later in this show. So thank you so much for joining us. Again, you can find our podcast. I mean, clearly you found this one. But you can find more at noodlespodcast.com.
Noodlespodcast.com.
As well as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor. And a myriad of number places. And the general bad music playing in the background of all Las Vegas casinos. I can't think of anything else I would like to discuss aside from getting into our weekly updates. Yeah, show's over. Bra boom, bra boom, No, Michael, I believe you are going to start it off with our weekly updates. So please,
my gosh.
Fill us in.
They used to call me Phil in high school because I would fill everyone in on what's
Big
been
Phil.
going on.
I think we used to call you Tim Tebow, which, by the way, welcome back to the NFL, Tim Tebow.
That's what I heard. I didn't. What is he playing position-wise? Because I heard he's not a quarterback.
Tight end.
Water boy.
He's playing tight end for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Tight end. Anyway, my story is brought to you by this last Sunday, which was May 9th. And I've been, of course, Minecrafting with our friend Cole, who, by the way, told me he's listened to at least an episode of the podcast.
At least.
I don't know which one, but he listened to one of them. And as discussed earlier, several weeks ago, we are super competitive with not dying. So the last time that we played, we were finding nether fortresses and looting them and getting blaze rods and all this stuff, which if you play the game, you know what that means. If you don't play the game, just know that it's a high-risk venture, adventure capitalist even. So in the play session, he died in the first nether fort and then in the second nether fort. And of course, I take the opportunity when he dies to mock him because we rib on each other all the time when we're playing the game. And then flash forward, while playing the game, I'm trying to coordinate between two people to set up this bot in our Discord that announces when new episodes come out. And I've been fighting against this thing for 5 weeks because I don't have the basics of coding, and it's not worth me learning the basics of coding for something that will marginally improve my life. So in the process of sending messages back and forth between people, I didn't capitalize Noah's name. And Noah deserves slightly more respect than that. So I edited my message to capitalize his name. I heard I started taking damage. I scrolled to my healing potion in the game, but it was too late. I died. I died for the first time in a really long time, and Cole mocked me, and I deserved it.
How did you die?
Editing, a blaze smacked me in the back of the head. that snuck up behind me while I was editing a message with your name in it, Noah. And that is the story of how you got me killed in Minecraft, and I don't forgive you.
Wait, so you alt-tabbed while in the nether, and this is my fault somehow?
I was in a secure position, I thought, but somehow homeboy just walked up behind me, slapped me in the back of the head, and then took my money and ran.
I will say this. I've been playing Minecraft for a grand total of 2 days. Because
But how many hours in those 2 days, Ben? Because I heard you were up until 1:30 a.m. last night.
I honestly started playing. You know when I started playing last night, Michael. And it was around 6.
Oh my gosh, that's when I was on?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I think it was like 7.
And I'm the type of person who, if you give me like tasks to do, which that's what Daniel did because Daniel's in our new Minecraft server, I will just do them until there is nothing left for me to do. And I looked down and it was 1:30 a.m.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
and I died like 5 times, but I don't like blame Daniel for me dying 5 times,
I
but it
blame
was
him.
definitely because he was like, "Hey Ben, I need some chains so I can hang some lanterns." And I proceeded to like go into my mining cave and get killed a bunch of times by like creepers and other things. And like I did this for a few hours trying to find iron, and then I was like, "Oh wait, I'm just trying to find iron for a single chain." And we have iron. I don't need to be looking for this, but it's fine.
Daniel tried to get me killed too. I was with him the first time I logged on. He led me to a dark hole. I walked down there to go mine some coal that was in there, and then he sealed it up, and I got hit by a skeleton a lot of times. I had no armor, had no weapons, and it brought me down to like 2 hearts. And then I got out, and then I ran away, and I called him some names, and then I told him I forgive him, and I just ran away. And to
This
this
sounds
day,
like-
I live in a remote location very far away from spawn that no one will ever find, unless you have the coordinates, which I will
Unless you have
make
the
Ben
coordinates.
erase them.
This sounds like
From-
a council
from
to determine
erase them.
whether we keep Daniel on the server or not. Like,
All in favor
No,
of
he's
voting Daniel off
he's
the
very
server? Aye.
productive.
Oh,
yeah,
Ben
he
just
made
said aye.
videos and stuff. But yeah, it was fun last night because I jumped on around 10:30 or so, and I think it was around midnight or so because Daniel, Ben, and I were all in a voice call together, and Daniel just goes, "This is fun. This is like a sleepover."
Well, it's because we were like trying to organize if we were all going to go to sleep in the game at the same time.
Yeah.
He's like, "This is like a sleepover."
The weird thing about Minecraft is they always add stuff on, and like I haven't really kept up with it the last few years, and I jump on only very occasionally. And this like flying angel starts coming out of the sky and attacking Daniel, and I'd never seen anything like this before. And Daniel goes, "Oh yeah, it's because I haven't slept for 5 days." And apparently if you don't sleep for a certain number of days,
You
like
get phantomed.
demons from the sky come and attack you. So I don't know. He just said that like totally plainly, and I was like, I had never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, it's all new to me. I just started my own like single player game, and I haven't died yet. So
Nice. It was
been
funny
like
watching
20
Ben
minutes.
because when he first came in, he like did not help, or we didn't help him at all. Like
okay.
Ben was just like standing in a ditch, like looking around, like holding a block, like placing a block, picking it back up, like looking around a little more. You just looked so helpless at first, and I felt bad that I wasn't able to help you at that point.
And then you came back last night, and my house was amazing.
It was. Ben has upped his Minecraft game significantly. It looks far better than my house.
Yeah. So Michael has built his home very far away, which is funny because I asked him why, and he says so people don't steal my stuff. And then it turns out he's stolen my stuff
No,
and carried it very far away.
no. It was
And
for the
then
common
Daniel and I, our houses are basically right across from each other in like this little town area that Daniel and I are just constructing. And then Noah, the person who has created the server and has deemed himself Lord of the Land, has built a ginormous house on a mountain that overlooks the entire valley. And it's got like fire and like it's a terrifying thing. And of course he built it to where it's all I see from the front door of my house.
So has anyone been
So-
to the Nether yet? Since that's my
No.
specialty. Okay, I'm going first.
Are you playing right now? Because I know
can
you
be.
said
Do
you were
want me
going to.
Should we maybe move off Minecraft for the moms that listen to this show and
Yeah.
don't care about
Maybe.
Minecraft?
Yeah.
Ben, you should tell us
Exactly.
about your trip.
Yes, I'll talk about real life. As you guys know, I was not on the show last week because I was on a trip. I went to San Diego. Well, not really. I went to Ramona, California. But that's kind of near San Diego, California. Drove there, went and picked up my friend Kimball from where he lives. Drove to Las Vegas, where I have... Yeah, Vegas, baby! I've decided I'll never, ever go back because it's a horrible place. It smelled bad. It was there
Don't
was
call it
lots
Sin
of
City without a reason, man.
I totally forgot it was called that until I got there, and I was like, oh wait, I remember this now. This is Sin City. Yeah, definitely not a place for me. We know that now. It only took lots of
Hold on.
what?
Do you remember in the Bible, Jesus ate with the sinners, Ben?
Yes, he did. Yes, he
Vegas
did.
is the perfect place for you.
That's
there are
true.
people
No.
there, Ben, for you to put on a white shirt, a tie, and a name tag that says Elder, last name here, and just speak to people, Ben.
I'm not Mormon.
Doesn't matter. I wear a white
I'm-
shirt all the time. And
I'm
a
a
bow tie.
plainclothes preacher.
Okay,
I,
well,
I wear
see,
the
there you
clothes
go.
I wear.
You can be like the dudes on our college campuses that just walk up to you and confront you about your beliefs.
I
'Cause it
don't like
works
those
so
people
well.
either. Las Vegas deserves some wonderful people who can minister to them in the way that they need. As I was there, I did not feel that particular calling. So I'm going to leave it to the people who do have that calling.
All right, Noah, let's book a flight, and we are heading to Vegas next week to do our little Noodles ministry, where
We
we
should
bring
launch it.
Minecraft on a laptop, sit people down, make them play, and then we reveal life lessons through the gospel in Minecraft.
Minecraft ministry. That would be sweet. I'm
It
down.
has to
I can't
exist.
I guarantee you it exists. I didn't even get to do like the gambling part of being in Vegas, which I was excited to play poker because that's the only game I know how to play that's gambling. But then I discovered that's the only game that everybody knows how to play. So all the like Texas Hold'em tables were taken. And then my friend Kimball, who had withdrawn $100 so he could go gambling, lost all of that, not by gambling, but it fell out of his pocket.
Oh my gosh! Really?
So
really?
from that point on, we
it would've
swore
been
off
smarter to put
gambling.
that in Dogecoin. Then.
Yeah.
It would have been smarter to put that in Dogecoin. Yeah, so that's my Las Vegas
humanity.
adventure. And then we got to California, and I just spent most of the rest of the week preparing the house that the wedding was going to be at for a wedding. So, yeah. And then I drove back with my dad.
Well,
The
oh, when did he meet you?
my dad, what?
Where did
My
he
dad
meet you?
flew out so we can have like a father-son road tripping time.
Oh,
and I was like,
that's
oh no,
nice.
he's going to have the talk with me. But he didn't.
Did he?
So
So you still
Noah
don't know.
figured it all out. So
I still don't know. Michael, I'm going to need you to send me in your science corner.
No, how has your week been?
Do we need an edit note for that?
No,
Distant
staying
no.
in.
Oh man. Well, we kind of covered my topic already being I just put the Minecraft server because I had a lot of fun getting that set up. But I think we've talked about Minecraft plenty on this podcast. So now I'm going to scramble to find something else to talk about real quick.
Your
I
nails.
got
Did
nothing.
you get your nails done this week?
No, but I do need a haircut desperately.
Oh,
but okay, this is something we can talk about. Every time I think this is the time I'm going to grow my hair out. I've never grown my hair out in my life. It's about as long as I ever let it go right now, and it's kind of hard to tell in the video, but it's a little shaggy. It's not like Ben shaggy, but it's shaggier. Ben,
Hey,
Ben,
man.
have you cut your hair yet? Or is it
I
still
have cut my
going?
hair, but it was just like on the sides and
Yeah.
the back to just like keep it tidy. But the top has remained mostly the same length.
I'm just like, I really want to know what I would look like with a man bun. That's like
Me too.
my goal. Because I don't know. I just feel like, I'm going to lose my hair soon. I feel like genetically it's going to happen. If there's a time that I can grow a man bun,
That's
it's
true.
now. But the in-between phase is so hard. I get to this point,
It gets awkward.
and it
at
just
some
looks
point.
awful. My hair just looks awful all the time. And then everybody, even Jessie the other day, we were sitting on the couch, and she was like stroking my hair, and she goes, maybe it's time for a haircut.
Oh.
Which is her very nice, polite, diplomatic
Bang.
way of saying, you really, really need a
Shots
haircut.
Fired.
So I don't know. I'm sure I probably will not make it again, but someday I want to have a man bun. It's like my goal in life.
That's a good goal.
What about you, Ben? Are you going to grow it out?
Yeah. I'm just going to keep chilling, you know?
Some kind of mullet. You could do a mullet for sure. You would look really good with a mullet.
See, it was heading that direction, and one of my neighbors came over to like borrow something, and she was like, "You look like Billy Ray Cyrus," and I was like, "Cool," and I went and got a haircut the next day. So
Billy Ray
that's
Cyrus is
how
a
that
good-looking
went.
dude. There's nothing wrong with that.
is he?
Yeah.
I don't think he is, at all. So
Yeah, he's not bad looking. He looks like Hannah Montana.
but like,
That's
are they
weird.
related? That'd be weird if they were.
Oh, that'd be weird.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I vote. If you're gonna do that though, Ben, I think you need to commit and get like the cowboy hat, like he has. Like,
I have a cowboy hat.
whoa, like
It's
within reach.
not with me, though.
Oh,
No, it used to be just sitting right by here, but I guess I put it away.
What
But why would it matter? This is a podcast. So
what about you, Michael? Have you ever grown your hair out?
Yeah, actually, I never used to have any hair until March 2020, and then I was like, oh, no one's gonna see me for many months, so let me just grow it out. And then I
He was
have since
completely
grown
bald.
it out, and now my hair is longer than it's ever been in my entire life, but it's pretty hip. I look like
it looks good.
thank you, Connor from Detroit Become Human. Amanda. That's our only joke.
That's the only Detroit Become Human joke I know.
No one gets it either, but
I will say this: my mom like saw you in like a Discord call or whatever the other day, and she was like, "You look so grown up because your hair is longer and you don't have glasses anymore."
and it was also it was also when I was at your brother's house for
Oh, you're right.
for that. She said I look very cute, and then she's like, "Hey Brian, doesn't he look great or something?" And I asked your dad, I'm like, "Do I look very cute, Brian?" He's very handsome. I tried to trap him, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start asking my friends' dads, "Hey, do you think I'm cute?"
Hi, do you think I'm cute? I wanna get your opinion because I think that's the one that matters.
Ben, as long as your dad thinks I'm cute, that's all that matters to me.
Oh, I won't add anything to what I was about to say. Anyway, Noah, do we have any speak pipe questions or answers or replies from this past week?
You know, we do have a couple, and I think maybe we should go in chronological order. We have one from a couple weeks ago from Brian after he hosted the show. So, Michael, if you'll go ahead and hit the button on that.
Many failed attempts to find the correct speak pipe later.
All right, that's something. Okay, I don't have any
Let's
more
just
from
do
him.
Ben's. Okay, I thought
okay,
he said he
guys.
submitted one. Yeah,
Never
yeah, sorry,
mind.
go.
We thought we had an old, outstanding Brian Stanley message, and we do not. So carry on. Here's a message from someone else.
Hello, Daniel. I just wanted to call in and leave a reply to your SpeakPipe question about what do I hate about Apple users. And you know what the answer to that question is, Daniel? I don't hate anything about Apple users. As an Android user, I'm not petty enough to hold grudges against people for doing things like, oh, I don't know, having text bubbles that are green. That's not a big deal, Daniel. If that is your biggest struggle in life, Daniel, then, I don't know, God has blessed you dearly. You never hear Android users complaining about Apple users. It's always the other way around. For example, in the show, which, by the way, you did a fantastic job on the show, but you never hear Android users complaining, like Michael, an Android user, just sat there quietly while you rambled on about the Android users can't get things off their phone. It's always them who's having the problem. And you know what, Daniel? I don't hate you at all. I love you dearly. And you're an Apple user, and I'm an Android user, because that's what Android users are like. We just like having nice phones that we happen to like. I'm happy you have a phone that you like. And that's it. But Apple users, they hurt my soul because they hate us dearly. And I still don't know why. Good job on the show. Glad to be back.
That was a twist to me because I didn't realize, Michael, that you're an Android user.
How did you not realize?
Well, you've talked about like an iPhone 4 before that I thought you were still using.
That's my alarm clock.
Oh.
Yeah, he does have a few phones.
This is an iPhone 5S. 5, sorry, it's not a 5S. And then I am partial to the Google Pixel.
Okay, I didn't realize that. But that's true. You did sit quietly while Daniel and I just complained about Android users. So, I don't know, Ben. I think you have a point.
Oh, I know.
No, he
I
has
have
a point. I don't think that's up for contention at all. He has a point.
Yeah, so I am the only Android user in my family. So it gets brought up a lot about, oh, Ben, why don't you just have a Apple? And I'm just like, it's not, I don't, yeah,
That was actually what turned me into an iPhone user, was because I got so much grief from my family for turning the family group chat green. And I did miss a lot of texts. Like, I don't know, Androids never seem to get texts as reliably. And so I would always like miss out on conversations or things that were happening. And so finally I just felt pressured to like get an iPhone, which is something that iPhone users do. They pressure other people into it.
Want to know a fun fact?
Yes.
I am a convert from iPhone to Android.
Yes.
as am I.
I do not enjoy Apple's practices, but that is a 1-hour discussion for another time, and we won't go there today. However, if you want to learn more, Louis Rossmann on YouTube, LouisRossmann. He's very profane. Use caution, but he sums up very well what I dislike about Apple and why I am a convert from Apple to Android.
You have to almost admire, though, how Apple can just like steal an idea that other companies have been doing for years,
Like
and
widgets.
then make it like the most magical new revelation. Like, we put a camera in a phone.
We put 3 cameras in a phone.
We put 3.
We took away the
cameras.
headphone jack.
We took the headphone jack away, and that's a good thing somehow. I needed a phone with a
Because
headphone
it makes it
jack
waterproof.
yesterday. And there were about 10 of my coworkers outside, and we needed a phone with a headphone jack, and nobody had one. It's still ridiculous to me. I'll never understand it. I don't want my phone to be
neither.
waterproof. I want to be able to listen to music on it.
Well, that's why I haven't upgraded. So I have a Samsung Galaxy S9. That's the phone that I use. It has a headphone jack, USB-C charging, but the new Samsung phones also don't have headphone jacks. Like the Galaxy S21, I think. I don't think it has a headphone jack. So I'm just like, I'm not going to upgrade because I want the headphone jack.
Yeah,
And I don't want to have to deal with like the whole like dongle situation.
I think that's fair. I've made it 2 years without buying a dongle for my iPhone out of principle. Like, I just don't want to.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Macs. This Mac I'm using now, it has USB-C ports, and that's it. You need to plug in like a USB 2 flash drive. Gotta buy a dongle for it.
I have one of those. If you need it.
A dongle?
I'm sure he has one at this point.
I have one from work, yeah. But
Oh,
it's silly. I have all these things plugged into a dongle. Anyway.
That was my rebuttal on the whole. Also, my dogs have multisyllabic names, so
Calliope.
Calliope has 3, and then we added the middle name Jane, so that's 4, and she's a great dog.
How many syllables is Calliope?
It's 4. I said 3, but it's 4.
It's like, maybe I'm mispronouncing it.
Calliope.
Calliope.
Calliope. If you say Calliope, it's 3.
That is 3, yeah. What should our speak pipe question for this week be? Do we have
Why
one?
can't
Do
we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
I think we
Why
can be
can't
friends.
we be
Will you join our
friends?
Minecraft server?
Why
That's our
can't we
speak
be
pipe.
Will you join our good Christian Minecraft server, please? Thank you. And if you want to leave a speak pipe, review, feedback, question, anything, you go to noodlespodcast.com.
Except reviews. We don't do
Noodlespodcast.com.
reviews over there. But yes.
You can contact us with a review.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to leave a speak pipe that was a review, or leave a review in the form of a speak pipe, you can do that at
Whoa.
noodlespodcast.com.
Noodlespodcast.com.
Noodlespodcast.
And go to the Contact Us page and just click the Start Talking button for leaving a speak pipe. Or you can write us an email. Or, as will hopefully be set up by the time this airs, you can become a Patreon now.
So wait, yeah, what's going on with that? I saw a link to our Patreon.
I got really bored and I set up a Patreon because we always joke about having a Patreon, but we don't actually have one. So now we do.
What's the link to that?
http:// it's somewhere in the Discord that I sent to you.
Oh, it's patreon.com/noodles@noon. Is this so your mom can give us money? That's what the Patreon says.
Yeah, so I'll go through the tiers that we have set up. The first one
tiers.
is called You Love Us, parentheses, Mom, use this one. And it's $1 a month. And the description is just, what's $1 between friends? Because we're all friends here. Give us money. Pay us to be your friends. The next tier after the $1 tier is the uncut tier, and in this tier you'll get access to an uncut version of the podcast for your listening pleasure. Be warned, however, we cut out what we do for a reason, and you will get the cut version of the show, so the actual show, early. So not only do you get the uncut show, but you get the show, but not at noon. In the $5 tier, that's where you start getting special Discord benefits. As you know, we have a Discord. Nothing will really change there. But you will get access to the ability to listen to the show being recorded in real time, which I think that's actually something we have now. Is that?
Yeah,
I think so.
but people don't really,
I don't think anybody
People don't
ever
really do
asked
it. So
to show
we'll
up.
just make people pay us for something that we already give them.
That's like Apple.
And then-
It's Apple's business model.
Exactly. And then we're going to take away their headphone jack. And then the whole noodle is the $10 tier. Everything in the specific tiers, except you get a monthly voice chat with us, which you could probably ask and we would give you to anyway. But
We're that lonely.
yeah. So nothing on this Patreon exists just so we can say we have one. But I don't expect anyone to actually sign up for any of these. And if you do, why?
You're really selling it
Why
there.
would you do that? I know. It's purely symbolic.
What-
The Noodles at Noon Patreon page.
What do I get if I join the Patreon?
I think if you do the $10 tier, you can officially say it's like your show.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good enough. I'm fine with that.
But I'm not giving you a cut of the funds. It'll just go to Michael and I.
Oh. But that's okay because I own the show. It's like I'm paying you. You're my employees now.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Well, I sit from the top of my mansion on top of the Minecraft mountain.
Your
As
block of
Michael
a
and I
house.
enjoy our $5 a month payment.
Go get a taco from Taco Bell. Podcast
Yes, that
for
will
me.
That's my dinner for the month. Anyway, so that's our new Patreon that exists, but you don't have to do anything with
Games.
because I don't think we're going to
Games.
change anything.
Games.
So let's go to games because Noah is very excited to get to games.
I'm excited.
Game.
Michael, play a game.
Hey, Cameo. Celebrity Cost Cthulhu. You know what that means. We're going to play
Jay Cutler, baby.
some Jay Cutler games.
Jake Paul, baby.
Jake
Jake
Paul,
Paul,
Logan
baby.
Paul. They're here on Cameo. I'm sure they're somewhere. I don't know if they are. I don't know.
I
But
bet they aren't.
for everyone not in the know, I think we've picked up approximately one listener every week since we've started the show. So that's a lie. Cameo
Wow.
is a service that allows you to purchase a short video from celebrities of all popularities, and they can wish you a happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy graduation, timely, and so on. In this game, the two guests, Ben and Noah, will go head-to-head to guess the cost of each celebrity's, what was that, cameo. We're using Price is Right rules. Oh, I thought you were shaking a protein bottle. Price is Right rules, which means the highest closest bid without going over wins. Today's theme, we're revisiting an old theme. Sports.
Ooh.
We're doing the sports.
Oh, no.
Sports.
Which means nobody will get points. Actually, that's the beauty of Price is Right, is someone always gets a point,
It's
basically.
true. No matter how dumb you are, somebody will get a
I know
point.
sports.
It's better
yeah, Ben
than...
knows sports.
I'm the meathead, remember?
Yeah. It is better than Shakespeare Lyric Challenge.
That was fun. I liked that, though.
No, it was not fun. All right. We will begin with who's feeling lucky today. Ben's birthday is in like 2 months to the day, so we'll start with Ben.
It is, actually.
Number 1, Mick Foley. So Mick Foley is a former WWE superstar known for his insane stunts in the WWE. He has taken body slams into thumbtacks, dived off a 16-foot cage through an announce table, and is missing half of his ear due to it being caught in the ropes during a move gone wrong. How much is a video from Mick Foley, WWE legend?
So he's basically the Vincent Van Gogh of WWE.
Except he didn't cut it off on
I was
his
just going to say
own.
that.
So how much would I pay for a cameo from Vincent Van Gogh? Well, he's dead.
I would pay a lot of money for that.
Me too. But he's dead, so it'd probably be kind of like morbid and creepy. I think this guy's a solid $75, Steve.
All right. 75. Noah.
I was thinking 75 too, so I think you're on the right track, Ben. I think you're pretty close there. I'm gonna say $99.
$99, and Mick Foley is one. He is $129 on Cameo. Noah, point.
Just
All right. Now we start with Noah for round 2. Everyone's favorite former Chicago Bears linebacker, sports announcer, actor, and he has an organization that is anti-steroid use in high school sports. Is Dick Butkus. We talked about him a couple weeks ago
We did,
for Ben's
yeah.
multi-answer choice game thing. How much is a video from good old Richard?
Ooh, okay. I've heard that name. Like, I think he's a pretty big deal. I'm gonna say $99 again.
Okay. I sense a pattern.
He's definitely more than $99. Because I believe he is in the Hall of Fame. He is in Canton, Ohio, for his efforts as an NFL football player. So I'm going to say $100.
No!
Oh, wow. Good move because it gets you a point, Ben. We are tied up 1-1. $395.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
For Richard. Good old Rich.
Wow.
Good old Ricky Doodle. Ben, you're up next.
Yes.
Al Murdoch, PA announcer for the Vancouver Canucks. During the start of the pandemic, he was making goal calls for people on Twitter, and we can insert a clip of that here.
Today's personalized goal announcement request comes in from Caitlin, whose nephew Jack turned 15 earlier this month, and apparently he's the king of stats when it comes to the Canucks and can list off tons of facts about his favorite team. Well, Jack, let's add your name to my stats of personalized goal announcements for Canuck fans. Vancouver goal, scored by Jack Sewell. The assist to Auntie of the Year, Caitlin Lidster. Time of the goal, 7:27. Woo!
And now he's decided to just make money off of it. So he's doing what we're doing with our Patreon, stuff that he was giving out for free. Now he's just charging for on Cameo, basically. So Al Murdoch,
Yes.
PA announcer for the Vancouver Canucks. Great voice. Not as good as Alan Roach, but a close second. So Ben, how much is a video from Al Murdoch?
I think for someone like this, like the PA announcers, they're not necessarily famous per se. So I think what they're going off is just like, hey, you've heard me at a sporting event before. B, I have a great voice, so I can say things in my great voice. So I think they don't have a lot of selling power, so I'm going to say $40.
All right.
Jeeves.
40.
Yeah, I was thinking he's probably going to switch up because Michael went really high on the last question with like 395 or whatever that was. 40 is low, though. and I'm gonna resist the temptation to say 41 just because Ben did that to me. So I'm gonna say $43.
All right, that is a double over. And
Oh,
the nearest
interesting.
device is a drum. Okay, so that's twice over. Let's get a rebid, and I think we start with Noah first. Yeah,
okay. Let's go 25, Bob.
25 Bob.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 10.
10 from Ben, 25 from Noah. Noah will take a point. He is $30 on Cameo. So Noah's in the lead 2-1 with 2 rounds.
Can I just say something real quick? I looked up our good friend Dick Butkus on Pro Football Reference because I wanted to see if he was indeed in the Hall of Fame, and he was.
Oh.
And they also have a list of, or he's still in the Hall of Fame. They have a list of his nicknames from when he was in the NFL, which were the Animal, the Enforcer, the Mastero of Mayhem, and the Robot of Destruction. So,
I mean, all of those names, like if the name you're riffing off of is Dick Butkus, those are like very friendly, nice
Correct.
nicknames. Yeah, you're taking it a lot of different directions.
Richard Marvin Butkus is his real name.
This is a sweet name.
Speaking of Marvin, round 4. Noah, we'll start with you. Mookie Wilson, MLB legend and outfielder who made the winning play in the 1986 World Series where the Mets beat the Red Sox. Mookie. How much is it from? Mookie.
Now you got to understand, that was a historic moment when he made that catch or made that hit or whatever you just said. I mean, I
I think he
cried.
made neither of the two, actually.
What did you say? What did he
I
do?
think he made a throw that got someone out. I don't think he made a no. Ben would know
Oh.
better. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure because he's an outfielder, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he would have
he made
caught
the catch.
something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
What
was
if
a
it was a
historic
grounder?
moment. I mean,
and he grabbed it and threw it to first.
You don't really do that when you're in the outfield.
What if he threw it to second?
Also, don't really do that
What
when
if he
you're
threw
in
it
the
to the shortstop and then threw it to second and then threw it to first
The
and then threw it to
shortstop-
third and then threw it home?
That would be called a pickle.
Oh,
is that true?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, a rundown, but we call them pickles.
anyway.
I mean, anyway, that was a historic moment. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember it. I cried, like I hugged my dad.
This was in
We
the
knew
80s.
that it was going to be okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Historic moment. I watched the YouTube recap.
You're crying with your dad.
Watching this
That's
YouTube
so
recap
beautiful.
of a 30-year-old video. But that was a long time ago, you know? Time has a way of healing wounds and also making
goes
old sports
by
accomplishments seem less important.
So slowly.
So, with that said, I'm going to go with $45.
Ooh, gosh, I
$45.
just wrote 2 money signs. Did you say 4 or 5? Yes.
45 is what I said. Yeah.
This World Series
We're
is a
watching it
relatively...
right now on the stream, by the way.
Are we?
Yeah.
This is a relatively infamous World Series because this is the World Series. The Red Sox had not won a World Series since they had traded Babe Ruth all the way back in 1918. So, and that lasted until 2004. This is also the World Series where, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember the first baseman's name, but it would have been the last out to win the World Series, and the ball went through his legs. He was the first baseman. All he had to do was touch first base, and then the Mets would go on to win that game and then win the next game. So an infamous World Series, really. I'm going to say 45 is really low, especially for the Mets being like kind of one of those niche teams, and the Mets winning a World Series is a super niche topic. So for like kids getting their fathers like Father's Day gifts from Mookie, I'd say like 65 is on the low end, but I don't want to go too high. So I'm going to say $65.
All right, Ben, you have tied it up. He is $100. And on the stream, I have
Whoa.
no idea what's happening. Someone hits, it goes right through this guy's legs, and he just gives up on chasing the ball. And also the field is blue, but don't worry about that. That's something else. And then the outfielder, you see chasing the ball, and that's it. So did he make the hit? I don't know who Mookie is.
Yeah, he's the one who got the hit.
Oh,
then.
then no, you were correct. Sorry.
And that's what I was talking about. The ball
Yeah,
went through
yeah,
the
that's what I
legs
said.
of
I
the
remember
guy.
this. Yeah.
Look, there he is, right there.
I like
Freeze
we like way overthought this question. We like went deep into the history of baseball for this one.
All right, final round. Ben, you get the going first. George Foreman, believe it or not, in addition to his grill, he was popularized first by being a boxer. He has an Olympic gold medal and is a 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. What? How much is a video from George Foreman?
George Foreman, that's up there. That's in Brett Favre territory. And
Is
Brett
it?
Favre
Big name.
is $400. I'm gonna go maybe not quite Brett Favre territory. I'm gonna go $230. $230.
$230. That's the time I wake up for my dentist appointments.
Hey, $230.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, I don't know. People like this, it never quite makes sense to me why they're on Cameo. Like, he's got so many brand deals and his grills. Does he really need to be on Cameo? So I agree. I think he has to be pretty high. I think he's got to be pretty high up there. Let's go 300. Let's go big.
300. Again, I wrote $2 signs. Noah, congratulations, $800, and that is the fourth week in a row that Noah has won a game. What is happening?
He's double Brett Favre.
So
territory.
$800. I think that might be the most anyone's ever been on this show, on this game.
Yeah.
How many cameos has he sold?
Too many. At
That
least 2.
is
That's what
amazing.
review show.
Wow.
He has one demo. He has 9 reviews, so at least 9. And one person gave him 2 stars. Thank you. But a pretty lazy and poor cameo considering the rate. Wish I had chosen someone else.
The audio does
That's
not
the
match the
video.
video. I paid $19.99 to have re-recorded and no response. Also, mistakenly, the name was pronounced wrong, so trying to get a new video created, please.
Oh, George.
Oh, this is manipulating. On the Cameo page, reviews, they're all 5 stars, but when you click see all reviews, then you can see the 1 stars. That is manipulation. That should not be illegal, but whatever.
But, man, I gotta say, I don't blame these poor people. Like, if I spent $800 on a 4-minute video, I'd want it to look pretty good.
Right. Well, how does it feel winning 4 games in 4 weeks?
Man, it feels so good. It feels like this is the new normal, you know? Like, maybe it'll stop becoming a running joke that I never win games, because I feel like that's been disproven here. I definitely had Ben's luck last week. With Ben off the show, I was like on a hot streak. But with that said, I would love to play a game, except my game questions are on the phone, which is in the other room. So I'm going to be right back. Just talk quietly amongst yourselves.
That's what teachers would always say when they left the room.
He doesn't know that.
Okay, I'm back. I have my phone. Are you guys ready to play What's Happening Next Door?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ben, I need a little more excitement. Ben, are you excited to play What's Happening Next Door?
I guess.
Good enough. We'll take it. All right. We haven't played this game in a little while, so in case some people out there don't know the rules, I'm going to read a series of posts from the website NextDoor, where you get to talk with your neighbors. It's a social media site, and nothing ever goes wrong on it. I'm going to leave out some key words or phrases from the post, and Ben and Michael have to guess what I cut out of this post. So, to start off, let's see. Michael, we're going to start with you this time. This neighbor from Lakeshore Terrace posts, to the person on the 2700 block of Herschel Street that has that huge chonkster fluffy cat, blank.
Little chunk.
What message does this person have for the owner of the huge chonkster fluffy cat?
Okay, so the way that it is written kind of implies that like the cat is doing something obviously that can be seen outside, unless the cat is like smacking the window, but come on, that wouldn't be a public disturbance. So this person is upset because the cat has been pooping in their yard and they had to clean it up. And then they started feeling ill, went to the doctor, and they found out they have toxoplasmosis.
Oh,
And
that's
they're not
sad.
happy.
All right. Sick cat.
No. The
Can I
human got
affirm to that?
toxoplasmosis. Cats
the
don't
human
care if
got-
they have toxoplasmosis.
Oh, okay. What is toxoplasmosis?
It's a protozoan that lives inside of cats, and they poop it out. And when you clean up cat poo-poo, you get it. And like 1/3 of adults has it and don't know it.
Oh. So it can't be that serious then.
It can be serious.
Okay.
This
Cool.
is just my education
Interesting.
corner for
is scary.
toxoplasmosis.
What's amazing is you're exactly right. That's what this is all about.
Oh, I don't even get a
No, maybe
chance.
not.
I
We'll
went to
find
school.
out. All right, Ben. I'll read it again, Ben. To the person on the 2700 block of Herschel Street that has that huge chonkster fluffy
I
cat.
love the way Noah says
Blank.
huge chonkster.
Yeah.
Huge chonkster.
Huge
Ding, ding.
chunks. I think, ding ding. I think it's going to be thank you. Just thank you for having that cat, or something along those lines.
All right, ding ding. That means the sound of the ding means that one of you got really, really close. To the person on the 2700 block of Herschel Street that has that huge chonkster fluffy cat. I love your cat.
Aww.
That's all.
Hey,
It was so sweet.
So while we see so many neighbors complaining on here about different things or complaining about their neighbors, this guy just wants to say, I love your cat. And that's pretty awesome. So I think we have to give the point to Ben on this one.
I concur. But now everyone knows a little bit more about toxoplasmosis.
I still don't
Michael's
think I
might
know
have helped
anything
us
about it.
more. Michael's prepared us more for life, but Ben's was better for our souls. All right. Next question. We're going to start with Ben on this one. I was on a walk tonight and had two separate cars full of teenagers scream this at me. Does anyone know what this is about? I feel like it's one of those tic-tac challenges or something. What did these two carfuls of teenagers scream at this poor, unsuspecting neighbor? And Ben gets to go first.
Big Chungus.
Big Chonkin Cat.
Big chunk.
Big chonker.
Chunker.
Chonkster, sorry. All right, bunch of teenagers just yelling out at a neighbor. Big Chungus. Michael, what do you
Man,
think?
so I'm really up to date with the Tic Tac stuff. Now, I don't have one of them Tic Tacs because I consume them all, but I know what's happening on TikTok, okay? And I know the current thing right now is people yell, sheesh! I don't know why it's a thing, but it's a thing. But sometimes they don't say the SH at the end, so it's just she. But that's it. And I'm confident, and I feel good.
All right, we got sheesh and we got Big Chungus. Correct answer was on a walk tonight and had two separate cars full of teenagers scream 420 at me. Does anyone know what this is about? I feel like it's one of those Tic Tac challenges or something. And this was posted on April 20th.
Appropriate.
So
I don't get it.
Ask your mother.
Okay.
She'll explain
Ask
it
your
to you.
coworker.
Ask your coworker. I think I can't really explain a good reason for why other than I just want to make the game more interesting. I'm going to give the point to Michael.
Oh, thanks.
You guys both went Mimi, which was correct. So
But I think
I'm just going to...
Mine's an actual
give it to
TikTok
Michael.
trend, right? Is
That's
it
true.
not?
I'll give you...
Well,
yeah, I'll
yelling
give it to you for that.
420 at people isn't a TikTok trend.
Yeah, but it could be. You don't know. You're
might
not on
be.
TikTok.
Are you on TikTok?
No.
Mm.
We'll settle it in the final question. Let's get into some vandalism.
Oh.
This person posts a picture of their car along with more vandalism. This is the second time in a week that someone has put blank on my car. Someone in this neighborhood is a failure as a parent and raised a piece of garbage that can't respect other people's property. I will be filing a report with the police. Anyone that thought this was funny when this happened last time can just refrain from replying. I won't tolerate your acceptance of disrespect. So someone put blank on his car.
Don't do that with your phone. Okay.
I know, I just realized I just showed you. I think it's Michael,
Yes.
right? Yeah, Michael. What did they put on this person's car for the second time?
So my whole thought process through this was, okay, it's someone younger. Maybe it's like sidewalk chalk. Maybe it's spraying sunscreen. Maybe it's a loofah. Maybe it's bidet water. But eventually what I landed on was sticky notes, because people have been doing sticky notes lately. It's not necessarily a new trend. However, people sticky note the snot out of other people's cars because it's funny and it's inconvenient to take them off. And if you start driving, you probably litter and can probably get some sort of ticket for doing that. So sticky notes with that explanation.
That's a good guess. I have heard of that trend of people sticking sticky notes on people's cars. Ben, any other thoughts?
I think that is a very good guess. I'm trying to think of a better one. Something they put on the car, not once, but twice.
Yeah, this is a serial vandal situation.
Ooh. Cereal.
Oh, that was not a hint. You can make it a hint if you want it to be.
No, I won't. I'm going to say avocado oil. Because
it's a millennial doing it. It's some young person.
Oh, wait.
Their avocado toast.
Wait. I changed my answer. Cabbages.
What?
I changed my answer to cabbages.
All right. Is that a thing? Is that a trend? Throw cabbages at people's cars?
Not really. Just going with cabbages.
All right. We have sticky notes and cabbages. Michael, I have a follow-up question for you. When you're not picturing like a sticky note on somebody's car. You're picturing like the whole car covered in sticky notes, right? All right. Well, the correct answer is a piece of cheese. And it's just one piece of cheese. It's just like one Kraft single just thrown on somebody's windshield.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, it
That's
would not be
hilarious.
that hard to clean up. Like, and Michael, I think I want to give it to you because it almost looks like a sticky note, like a yellow sticky note. But I think it's funny that it wasn't just like, the car was covered in sticky notes. It was one little piece of cheese.
Speaking of, the inventor of Post-it notes passed away like just a handful of days ago at the time of recording. At the age of 80. Really sad. But thank you for your service, for pranks and for daily reminders. And I have like 6 packs of sticky notes on my desk right now.
I have one right here.
Thank you, sir.
I have no sticky
I even
notes.
have noodles at midnight ones.
Oh,
mine do this.
Oh, mine do too.
Nice.
Accordion style.
So who gets the point, Noah? Because I said a
I'm
food
gonna
item,
give
and
it
this
to-
is a food item.
I know you did say a food item somewhat. Although, is avocado oil a food item? I thought you put that in your hair. Or
I said
skin or
cabbage.
something. Oh, you did say
He
cabbage.
changed his
I
answer
forgot.
3 times for what it counts.
I think I want to give it to Michael because I think Post-it notes look more like a piece of cheese.
But it's a food. You can't eat a sticky note.
They're both square yellow things.
Yeah, but does cabbage
so-
stick to someone's window when you throw it at it? No.
Yes, probably.
And Post-it note does with enough force.
So Michael is the winner of What's Happening Next Door. Congratulations.
Yay. We're just having fun with our Post-it notes.
All right, we've completely lost the podcast. It's just sticky note time now.
Ben's like
we ever
played
have
it
the
like an
podcast
actual
this
recording.
week?
Listeners, I'm the only one even remotely engaged.
Hey, I wasn't
anymore.
playing Minecraft like I promised, so don't give me any of that attitude.
That's true. Michael threatened to play Minecraft for the whole podcast, so at least you stuck around.
I held it in.
Or did you? We have no way of knowing.
Yeah, you would know. Oh, Ben
That's
just threw up sticky notes.
Ben, take us out.
Give him something
Hey, thank you guys so much for watching.
Listening.
Thank you for being here. Congratulations to Noah and Michael on winning. Congratulations on me for winning but having it stolen. Fraud. Cabbage is much more like cheese than a sticky note. But yes, thank you guys for being here. You guys are the true winners because we're all winners. Hope you all are doing well. Have a great rest of your week, and we hope to see you or hear you or you hear us next time. Anything else? Anyone else have anything else to add? Else, Mishma?
Rest in peace, Post-it note guy.